We're all familiar with it, and we've all probably had to use one at some point in our lives. The portable gas can helps countless stranded motorists, homeowners, and contractors every day. While handy, its traditional design comes with a major flaw, and it's something that's been overlooked for years.
The traditional gas can has always been just a container that has to be poured. So you always have to bear hug a stinky can. You got to bend over and stand on your head to pour the can. It always spills. You got to know when to stop pouring so it doesn't spill all over your machine, all over your hands. Another thing that's wrong with the traditional can is you got to pull the spout out from inside the can, which means you got to touch that gas and get it all over your hands. Most of the time you're going to spill gas, and that's bad for the environment, it's bad for your hands, it's bad for everything.
In fact, the EPA estimates that over 17 million gallons of gasoline are spilled every year in the U.S. while pouring from one of these, creating safety and environmental concerns. The evaporative emissions from old gas cans release millions of tons of pollution into the air.
The EPA has tried to create products that will protect the environment, and the environment that they're trying to protect is anything from outside, in your garage, in your car. And while they've attempted to do that, they've also made the cans a little more frustrating for the consumers. Their intent was to keep the cans closed at all times so the smell or the hydrocarbons couldn't escape into the atmosphere, and they made all the manufacturers create an automatic closure so that when you weren't using the containers, they would be closed completely from emitting those fumes. That automatic closure created a frustrating mechanism for any consumer to open that automatic closing valve or spout, and causes more spillage and leakage. Innovations in technology today with manufacturing has allowed manufacturers to provide a better option. They've innovated and created an opportunity where the consumer can have a much more effective experience filling their equipment without spilling, without getting gas on their hands.
Coming out of the automotive field, some of those things that we learned along the way, we had some definite challenges, and some of those challenges we could see in this product, and knew that they would be able to take care of some of the problems that they were having out there today.
I came up with a different design, way different than the traditional gas can. It's called a SureCan. So instead of having to pour the gasoline like all the other cans do, the SureCan dispenses fuel out of the bottom of the can. So you rotate a spout down, you push down on a thumb trigger, which opens a vent and a valve at the same time and dispenses fuel out of the bottom of the can. So you don't have to stand on your head any longer. You can see what you're filling up. There's no glugging, and it just eliminates all of the spillage that's normally associated with the traditional gas can. SureCan also has its 6-layer design. So in the middle of the can there's a barrier layer that keeps the vapors from permeating through the sidewall of the can. So it keeps the emissions from going into the environment, and we call it the greenest red can. I think there's 3 main things that we're trying to accomplish with the SureCan. We want it to be safer, number 1. We want it to be greener, so it's better for the environment, and we want it to be the easiest can to use.
SureCan is safe and easy to use, virtually eliminating the risk of spillage. Its 6-layer design keeps vapors from escaping and polluting the air. In fact, SureCan meets and exceeds strict EPA guidelines, making it the greenest red can on the market.
Here at SureCan we offer 3 different kinds of containers: gas, diesel, and kerosene. When we designed and developed this can, we did it in an automotive technology, so it has 6 different layers to meet the EPA and CARB testing. Some of the testing that we do include drop testing and burst testing. Also minus 40 testing, so freezer testing. Putting the conditions of the gas can in the worst possible conditions and making sure that it's durable no matter what kind of conditions that it sees.
Anybody who has any kind of power equipment that uses fuel of any type, gas, diesel, or kerosene, should be using the SureCan. It puts the control of whatever fuel type you're using in your hands. You save money because you're not spilling that precious fuel you purchased. There's no leakage, there's no spillage, there's no overfilling anymore. You're not harming the environment. You have complete control with the trigger mechanism and the spout down at the bottom of the can. It's the easiest can to use by far.